Good evening and welcome to the Gateway to the West. It's the city of Omaha, which played host to the World's Fair back in 1898. Now in 2018, the world comes to town again and to the Ralston Arena for the Curling World Cup Leg 2. And tonight, we will feature the men's action in the third session of the day. In our feature game, we'll have Team USA, the home country, taking on China in our feature game. And let's meet the teams for Team USA. Their lead, John Landsteiner. Second, Matt Hamilton. Their third, Christopher Plies. And their skip, the reigning Olympic champ, John Schuster. They will take on Team China with their lead, Zhu Jingtao. Their second, Xiao Xilin. Their third, Jiang Dongshu. And their skip, Zhu Chao. Both these teams will get their first action here as a customary handshake. And then the ice will be theirs. Let's look at the two pools here in the men's format. Group A includes Canada, China, Scotland, and USA. Group B is Japan, Norway, Switzerland, and Sweden. Here's how you get points through the Curling World Cup. Winning the event, you get 10 points. You lose the event final, 5 points. Win a round-robin game within the 8 ends scheduled, 3 points. You win after the one-stone shootout, 2 points. You lose in a shootout, you get 1 point. And if you lose within 8 ends, no points for your team. Here's what's going on in session 3 tonight. All men's games. On sheet A, Scotland takes on Canada. On sheet B, it is USA-China, our feature game. Sheet C, it's Norway taking on Switzerland. Sheet D, Sweden taking on Japan.
That's a power move.
As John Schuster heads home, the last time he played a game in Omaha was to earn a berth to get to the Olympic Winter Games, where he went on to win Olympic gold. I'm Luke Coley here with Rona Howie. Pleasure to be with you here this evening as we look at the rules of play. 5-stone free guard zone rule, 8 ends of play scheduled. If there's a tie after 8, it's a single stone shootout. And there's thinking time per end with no timeouts. Little different wrinkle, which kind of teams are getting accustomed to, and it's a lot of fun.
Certainly is. Great format. It's fun for the athletes to play, and it's fun for the spectators, and it's fun for us.
Exactly. We are underway. Zhu Jingtao, 25-year-old. Well, this Chinese team coming off a second-place finish at the Pacific Asian Curling Championship.
Yep, they've qualified China a berth at the World Men's Championships.
Hold on. 5. Careful. 5, 6. Plenty of room. We're there. It's always Matt, though, I think. Nah, line's good. It's actually might be Chris. We're out there. Go ahead. Yep. Go ahead, guys. Hard. Hard, bury chunk, Chris. Right to the stop here. Right to the stop. Right to the stop. Keep going. Just really going
bury this behind the cover.
Start side. Can't wait.
It doesn't get fully protected, so chance to go and chase after it. They won't remove it. Just playing that quiet way, punches it over to the other side of the rings. USA does have the hammer to start this game off.
Save.
That was okay for Wade?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep, the hammer's predetermined. It's a double round robin, so they play each other twice. So they'll each get the hammer.
Lot of line.
5, 6,
Oh,
6,
that was
7,
Chris, if anybody.
7.
Yeah.
It's coming down.
We don't want to be past this one, though, so it's just Chris. Way wide open. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yep, there
Again,
it goes.
trying to bury this.
Yeah, that side's just crazy.
Just doesn't
straight.
finish
All
as
right.
much as they had
Sorry, Steiner.
anticipated.
I
But
gave
they
you
do
less.
like to.
Kind of a, just kind of a full slide. Like he's kind of sliding.
Zhao Shilin, this Chinese team, maybe trying to bring up their game. They know they're taking on the Olympic champions. I'm sure John Schuster this year is having to deal with that. Everyone's wanting to go on, take on them, and a little bit more of a bullseye on their back. It's, they've had quite a busy season, not even just on the ice. A lot of things going on. Matt Hamilton.
Think we're there.
Okay. Beware out here, that's all.
Line. Whoa. All of that.
Okay, right
Yeah,
off then.
certainly superstars in their country. Being invited to a lot of
It's
events
Lance, if anybody, Chris, never you.
and appearances
Can't
over
sweep
the
it
last
either.
few months.
Really gliding.
But it's great. The
Yeah, it's gone.
promotion of curling in this country just by that Olympic win
All right.
has been phenomenal.
Shoot. What did I get?
I had a 70.
Oh, yeah. Shouldn't have added.
So with that one sliding deep, now a chance. Zhao Shilin to make that hit. Trying to get that little flop underneath. Great team shot for China. They're able to get that little flop.
Unless you guys want to play this and play it off.
Kind of like that.
Okay, you want to play? Actually, around the nose, Matt.
Okay.
And curling also
Should be dead straight.
growing rapidly in China, with Beijing having the next Olympics in 2022.
Yep.
China are investing a lot of money into facilities and players
Whoa!
and coaching.
Steiner, this one.
Oh, Matt Hamilton. The draw goes deep. The miss run back. Not the start that he wanted to begin this match.
Green. Yes. Green.
2.
Yeah.
1、2直接。
2、3。对，下线。下线，2去没问题，来下线。下线啊，下线下线。Go guys，Go 这里，来下线，1去2去，Go。
China just replacing that guard. Do it
Straight
nicely.
that is. I think we can get this pretty easy. Okay. Board.
Yeah, but John Schuster saying the guard's quite long. There's a good curl. So even if you pass the guard by a wee bit, you're still going to curl enough.
Close.
Christopher
Whoa,
Plies,
off.
the new addition to this team. Tyler
Yeah.
George stepping back away from the game this season. And
Hard. Whoa. Yep. Whoa.
Yep,
whoa,
he's got
no,
big
no,
shoes
okay.
to fill.
It's fine.
big shoes to fill, but Chris, pretty solid player, able to get to that one. Not in the rings, but got to the nose of that stone.
Try
It
and
just shows
follow
how
that
much it does
slide,
curl
China.
when you pass the guard. Pass by a wee bit there, and then ends up on the nose. Yang Dongshu just trying to draw around both these guards, working it hard. Can they pass? Oh, tap it in. which could be an important shot there. With USA having the hammer here, that could be a second counter.
Yep, hard.
Well, make a nice hit and roll, and all of a sudden, US in business to try and get that deuce.
I know it's no, it's in it all. Whoa, it's fine, it's fine.
And they've hit and rolled out.
Sorry, Chris.
Maybe a shade up.
Well, there's that communication, just talking about what they thought on the weight, and that one hits, rolls out. Try and wrap this around, but where do they want this one placed?
Ideally, they want it top tee. But the important thing is it's buried behind the cover. USA stones only just half in the rings, as long as they lie short. They know there's a nice big curl at the end.
Oh, look at try to bury it now. And they go back 8 foot.
It's a really good shot. You really need that ounce of running weight to get the big swing and bury.
Oh, let's go all the way out to the edge.
You can see there that USA can't use their own red to tap up.
You had 14-7 on that. I had 14-4.
14-6, 7,
Okay.
But with it being back tee, John Schuster can just come down and freeze
going
on.
this way. It's like going down a hill.
Half check that yellow.
Do you have like 14-4 on that thing?
Yeah, so what do you like? 95?
No, I was throwing 400s pretty easily there, like coming this way in practice. So I was gonna say 400, a nice positive one, but even that's probably all there. So we want this above the tee line. We're not going trying to freeze it. We're trying to stop like a rock above.
Hear the good communication there. What is the weight? Ideally, he wants to stop top 4.
7.
Easy then, real easy. Off.
Where? 6. Okay, we need 6.
Line's good.
Line's nice.
Seat half 4 foot. Line should be okay.
6, 7.
Line only.
Stay with it, Steiner. It really goes.
6, 7.
7.
Steiner, stay with it.
Oh, never.
Sit.
Great shot there from John Schuster.
It follows it
It's a little greased up.
right down. Long discussion of weight and what times they wanted to throw.
Stay with it, Steiner. It really goes.
6, 7. 7.
Steiner, stay with it.
Oh, never.
Sit.
Good. Sorry, John. Good.
你还要上把那个力量来一点，哦，他正好转了。
Rocket. Thank you, ちょっと外にいるよ。
你看小一点。
So China just wanted to come down and sit on top of that one that John Schuster's just played.
Yes. 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 Yes.
You can see there's plenty of room there, but it pulls really big when it comes into the house.
Well, the question, if they now line up, the angle's not in their favor.
Yeah.
It's not.
I mean, it's probably. I mean, although the
How
control
much
didn't
can they
exactly
see
go
of that
bonkers,
now?
yeah. But I mean, I think that's got to be close. Center line's got to be really
As
close.
we've seen, it curls so much
I mean, do I
coming
have
into
to
the
throw
house.
normal is the question, Chris, to get it out. Yeah.
There is a
edge,
shot
edge.
for 3.
I'm just gonna throw just 9.5.
You ever get there normal? It's for 3, huh?
Yeah.
What are we throwing?
Normal.
But he's got to
I mean,
move
Chris
that
is
yellow
controlling it
right
pretty
out
straight,
the house, because that red at the front's only
I think
half
this will
in.
go diving for me.
So
I'm not gonna
definite
do it
chance
down
for
there, but I'm gonna
2,
throw you
but a possibility of
9.5.
3.
That was the problem if it didn't line up, and Schuster immediately went to this.
Whoa, it's going backwards. Whoa. Stay with it, Matt.
Go ahead, Matt.
Go ahead. Give her a try, Matt. Go. Hard, Matt. Go.
Really trying to sweep for the curl, trying to spill it out. Get 2, try and get 1, and they'll both spin too far. And what could have been 3 ends up being a steal for China.
Sorry, guys.
First on the board.
Put it back a little bit.
See Matt Hamilton try to get the curl.
Holy cow.
Rolls off, and it is a steal of 1. China an early 1-0 lead over USA.
差不多，完东西喊的还贼坚定，然后擦是那个。
不是，我怕他一下拐下去那块儿。
就进大四分边那块儿，我感觉有点斜着掉。
对 ，OK， 这边这么走就行。这边对，这边掉的。你再放一放好。
我看你喊的贼坚定。
We're probably going to have to, my guess is we're going to be, I don't know if we should try to get him around the curly side or if we should try to get him around the straight side, because they kind of work going around the straight side.
Yeah, I'm fine with either.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a lot of time left over at the end.
No,
of that
yeah,
end,
we can slow down a little bit there, so.
Yeah, we had like over 2 minutes going into yours.
Yeah,
So.
it's good. Welcome back inside the Ralston Arena. Luke Coley, Rona Howie with you for the Curling World Cup Leg 2. First stone to the top of the button after a steal of 1 in the first.
I think we're there.
Team USA trying to
Real easy here, guys.
put together an end, score multiple
Line's good.
points.
Line's just fine. It's going to be Matt, but it looks like it's gliding, so. Line's good. Go ahead, Matt. Oh, it's good. It's good. That way. Let's start signing.
Play.
The Zhu Jing Tao. First stone went to the button.
可以下线吗？正常带，正常带。3，小点啊！3得擦一擦，刷的位置得擦一擦，不吗？2区啊。不用。
Lead stone's so important this year with the new 5-rock rule brought into play.
Just hack. Hack, Steiner.
But the guards need to be quite close to the rings, because when they're long with this swingy ice, you can come round them. So although it's the perfect guard guarding the stone in the house,
Close.
plenty room for USA to come and tap it back.
Whoa. Close, so. Yes. Whoa. Chris, go ahead hard.
Trying
Jesus.
to get a roll behind the corner.
Wow.
Doesn't make
I
contact.
was like, all right, that's
They were
fine.
expecting it to. It seemed really odd with his line
I was expecting
call.
the same finish as the other, Lance. Sorry, buddy.
He was expecting it to finish more. So he anticipated the curl, swept it earlier, but it didn't curl. So chance now for China to bring a second counter around that guard.
5区得擦一擦，5区得擦一擦，4，1、2撇小一点，3、4。
好走。
3、4啊，4，3区没问题，3区没问题啊。
来点，好走。
Well, as they try to get that one there, we'll look over and see Norway, Switzerland. Thomas Ulsrud representing Norway and Yannick Schwaller for Switzerland.
Yeah, plenty stones in play in this first end.
Whoa. Close. Whoa.
Norway trying to tap yellow onto yellow. Yep, and bring their other stone in play. So score of 3 for Norway. Great start.
Great start for a team many thought might not be playing this year, but they went out, won their first event in Baden earlier this year, and played fairly well. This Chinese team has played a lot on the tour so far. 7 events in the Cashspiel circuit, and only qualified in 1, but it's a team definitely is growing. Success at the Pacific Asian Championship, and we'll try and build upon that here at the Curling World Cup.
As we said, the investment in Chinese curling right now is really growing and growing, and so many more participants in the sport, but so many more coaches from overseas joining the Chinese Curling Association.
China definitely plugging up the center line.
Take your time.
Matt Hamilton, characteristic toe slide.
Well, get lucky. It's not lucky.
Well, takes off their own corner guard.
He had 2 misses in that first end as well, and well, the missed double peel actually leaves a couple of guards still in play.
So just looking to replace that long center guard. Just want to split the center line. Yeah, good shot.
I made a touch.
USA will try for another double peel. Try and get things opened.
Yep. Whoa. Whoa. Yeah. Hard, right to it.
We'll get them all going, and look at that. The double run takeout kills that stone in the rings. Chris replies. Look at this yellow, and gets that one right off the button.
Yeah, it wasn't really their intention to move the one in the button. They'd rather have cleared both guards, but that was their second best option. It does leave the 2 guards now for China to come around. So they're past the guards. Can it bury top tee? Great shot. Completely behind cover.
You got all this yellow,
Top
right?
tee.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, we saw one earlier where it didn't finish on that path on the other side. That one definitely seemed like they got the curl they needed.
Yep. Whoa. Steiner, this one.
Another run back this time. Again, kills that one off the button.
Well, he said he had big boots to fill. He started off in a way that the rest of the team must be pretty happy.
Let's throw Hamilton home.
And by lifting that second guard, it's only 1 guard now for China to come around. So because it is longer, USA will be able to follow them and tap back.
Let's look in Sweden and Japan. There was a single in the first by Sweden. Yuta Matsumura, skip of this Japanese team. What's he got here, Rona?
Yeah, he's line 1 again. Sweden are line 1, but he has got a chance to Tap back for 2. You can't see the whole red Swedish stone. So just playing a controlled takeout. Sweepers working this hard. Can they hold it? They need to pass their own top one. Oh, and can't afford to run out though. Wow, he does manage to still lie short. That was lucky.
It's an interesting way to get one there, but they do tie it up 1-1 after 2. Another quality come around by the Chinese.
Going this way,
Top of the
there's
8 foot.
not the big bend. Going
Yeah,
this way.
but just with the longer guard, John Schuster can come round
give me
and just
another
tap
inch,
it back.
Is that enough now? Just hack. Probably not going to make this roll, but could. Stay with it. I mean, even if we just don't hit that one all the way out and this one rolls under, at least it's better for us. So.
Weight's good.
Yep, hard.
Yep.
Let's call the sweepers on early to pass this top red. Oh, just nicks it.
Well, they gave a bit more ice too, and
Yeah,
still.
we had to let go of that a little earlier, I think. It was wrecking. I mean, you held it, but it was. Yeah.
So it does tap that other yellow counter in. China lie 2.
正好还没有投球线卡着。
2-3之间吗？
3区吗？
China's put the pressure on this American team so far. They lie 2 in the second end.
差不多。我刚才投那个出手没太给，然后稍微有点掉过中线这边。OK。
You can see just cleaning
好，这是滑的。
bottom of the stone, make sure there's no debris.
主要就滑1个区左右。
All the players have their own pre-shot routine that they stick to.
Yes. Clean.
感觉还可以。
Zhu Chao,
2区。
下轮小，2-3之间，下轮小，力
good
量。
chance
2区。
to
2-3之间。
3。
哦，不要下轮小，能近一点吗？
continue to try and force the issue.
近一点。哦。
2区。2区。
差一球。
This is shorter than they'd wanted, and it's going to overcurl.
这边稍微再来一点。
A chance missed by China there to really put the pressure on.
稍微再让点点。
You can see there that John Schuster can still come round and tap that
It
one
was pretty
back.
good last time, right? It wasn't soft, right?
Oh, that one's hack.
That was at least hack, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it is only for 1. He is facing 2 counters, so he can't blank this end.
Well, a key shot. Steal in the first. They had a chance for 3, missed it.
One more.
Trying to get a little redemption.
Whoa. Close.
Get USA on the board.
Clean. Whoa.
Clean, clean. Whoa.
Whoa. Whoa.
Go ahead, Lance.
Go ahead, Steiner.
Really
Go ahead,
heavy.
Lance. Well. It's too heavy.
Well, makes the hit. Now does it
Easy roll
sit?
forever. It's unreal.
And that one will roll out. So another mistake by Team USA. And it's another stolen point and an early 2-0
My
lead
God. It's like
for
control.
Team China.
All right, just get this. All good.
都能掉下去。我感觉站位的时候，比如这表打那个电线大这边，稍微放点点，它下线擦它过来都能下来。
这边看着就是出手要稍微柔一点，掉别顶了。 感觉小一点。
进球小点。
5、4、5，
感觉小点。行，这里。
Well, we begin the third end here in Omaha, Nebraska, USA. Curling World Cup, leg 2. 2 single points stolen by China. And Team USA will try to rebound after back-to-back mistakes at the end. Not just the only mistakes they made. They've had numerous through the first 2 ends.
Yeah, China have really controlled the first 2 ends. Certainly asking the question of the Olympic champions.
Okay.
Both these teams are new to this World Cup format. Neither of them played in the first leg. So there's, you know, it's new to have thinking time per end. They can't bank it and use it all for the 8 ends. They have to use the 4 minutes per end.
Definitely a little bit of an adjustment that they'll have to deal with. But this is a Team USA and USA Curling elected, said Schuster is a top-ranked men's team. They could pick which leg of the Curling World Cup they wanted to go to. They picked, obviously, the one in their home country. And see if they talk with Rich Ruonen and his team over in China in the first leg. Different. You're not banking the time. Your mindset's a little different. Sometimes you may think that you have to play a little quicker.
It does. It can play in the mindset because you know you're constantly watching the clock.
Line should be good. Line's the same.
You have to, because if you run out of time, your opposition can claim 2 shots or play out the end with the number of stones they have remaining.
Easy then. Matt, you're off. Chris, just let it go.
You can also speak to your coaches at the end of every end. There's no timeouts.
Hard, both you go.
They can chat with the coaches at the end of every end. So again, that's a change.
By the way, Steiner, nice pair.
Well, playing off to the wing. Rona, do you think that's an advantage for a team that they come in? You put one person to maybe look at the clock, or if you're all thinking about the clock, maybe it's focusing away from strategy as a skip?
Yeah, you tend to find the front end will be the 2 that watch the clock and just keep an eye on it, and if it is getting a bit tight, just reminding the skip, watch the clock. But yeah, usually your front end will be the ones that keep their eye on it.
Well, and they'll end up hitting that guard.
Just on the edge.
They'll go back out in front because the 5 rock free guard zone rule.
Or go around the center, top 8.
We'll look in Canada and Scotland.
Canada line 3. Bruce Mowat going for a down weight tap back.
Yep. We go around it.
Well, of course, Bruce coming off a European Championship title. Has to be riding high and full of confidence.
Yep, and makes that one perfectly. So, score of 1 for Scotland. Tie the game 1-1 after 2 ends.
Like to go. Get something going there. 6 is fine. No, it's still Lance. Or still Lance. Heads down, fellas. Hard. Hard. Boys. Hard. Hard.
Trying to get round this yellow guard.
Jeez.
Just come up short. So again, opportunity missed for USA to lie 2.
Yeah, and you could sense in the voice of Matt Hamilton frustration because he has struggled early on in this game. That one definitely will not increase his numbers.
So China just chasing the one on the wing now. Can they pass? Oh,
just get by.
By not a lot.
Great sweep to get that one past. Jiang Dongshu, Zhu Jingtao.
Solid. Whoa, whoa.
Go the other way.
Whoa.
So a chance now for Matt Hamilton to roll behind that
Are we trying
cover.
to go that way or what?
Ah. Doesn't roll either way.
Jeez.
So still wide open now. China the opportunity to make that roll.
You just feel whoever gets the roll first at this end is going to get the advantage. Stones are getting higher and higher out the house.
And nose hit.
Another nose.
Draw.
John Schuster says, oh, forget this. Hitting
we
and
do this
rolling,
too,
we'll
I
go
guess
for the
now.
draw round.
I like that if we can make that. Yeah, that's the shot.
You like this?
But the chance is still there to use their corner guard. If they can hit and roll off this. Get one in behind the corner. They can still generate a 2 here.
Let's see the coach of this American team, Don Bartlett.
Johnny Moe is really good at this.
Yeah.
He would make it or roll out, right? Give it a go. Like when you're in control, or when you're...
Hear the conversation having with Mike Harris. No roll. A couple of Olympic silver medalists chatting behind the bench, and Zhang Zhipeng, the team coach for this Chinese team. Mike Harris, a technical coach that working with the Chinese curling program.
So can China get the roll?
Well, hit, now make the roll. Not quite fully buried.
Yeah, ideally they wanted to roll right across behind their own
Want to
yellow,
throw this or this?
because that raise for USA is
This,
pretty
sir?
straightforward now.
All right, boys, stay close. Let's make this.
One more. Whoa. Close. Whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Gotta go, center. Gotta go.
Oh, caught the...
Not the way they planned to make it,
No.
but they still make it. Sometimes you need to be lucky to get that break, especially when having the struggles that Team USA is.
Yep, but yet again, China have the opportunity now to hit and roll behind cover. Can go either way.
Which is
But-
the preferred one right now?
Behind their own yellow, whereas if they roll behind the red, it'll be easy for USA to raise that up. However, even if they do roll, USA are probably going to draw behind anyway, because this is going to be fairly high out the house. And there is still a chance to generate a 2 with the corner guards that are there.
No, hit, and we'll roll just a bit out the other side. Zhu Chao.
Yep,
Because I was just
Schuster
inside.
just
Or edge
ignores
eight, but
that,
went
draw around it.
To go to here.
to there. Yeah, middle's good.
They know there's a big finish here. So he's got 2 guards basically that he can use. That one 12 foot, you can still draw behind that with a good curl on the ice.
Dead buried and foot above the tee line would be awesome.
So first
Right
a
off,
skip
man.
stones for John Schuster.
Right off. It's really gliding.
8-9. Okay.
It's got to stay for shot, but it's got to be buried. It's probably mad if it's ever anybody.
It's quite clear. It's got to be shot, it's got to be buried. So it's up to you guys. But is it too heavy?
Right now it's up to the rock, and it is going to slide too far, and it's not shot stone, but it is buried.
It is buried.
My God.
差不多。
那个漏多少？操！
黄的了吗？一半。
China would dearly love to force USA to win here.
往后虚投啊，踢线就
你
行。
得给分的点稍微
还
大一点。
够打吗？这俩？
黄的漏了一，可以选到这儿有双飞吗？他
应该不够。
不够。OK。
Yeah, China just have to draw another one round this cover at the front and force USA to draw for their one.
应该不太够。是7区啊
90.
，6区应该就够了吧？太基本。
Coming on yours.
就漏一半，一点没到一半。到我这瞅就漏31。行。
卡那地儿，卡那地儿。
他那个13秒8、13秒7几吧，投到后区。
14秒8吧。
你看14秒5、6。
So again, this has been the trend through the first 3 ends. China putting the pressure on.
OK，
力量可以。
可以等线，
先等一等，
可以等线啊，
等一等，
等一等，刷位置，
等一等，头带。
减速的话要下线，现在外侧
6，
现在线路在外侧
6，等一等，等一等，
再
别着急，力量，
准备摇头，
力量，别着急，别往后倒了。
So ideally we'd like to be just T-line, but just trying to bury it now.
If they get enough riggings.
Is it easier to throw it tapping it, or is it easier to throw it natural? I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, it's one of these tempting ones. You can see enough just to tap it back.
well, if I'm throwing it
So do you
natural,
go for the
gotta be
dead
almost
draw or
edge,
do you go
but-
for the tap?
Yeah, this is.
You want to throw the bump? Okay.
Yeah, wants to go for the bump.
You guys
And
wanna
that's
throw it
the
natural, or you
interesting
wanna throw the bump?
spot now where he put him in, because with the struggles
I think the bump-
Schuster's
I think
had,
I want to throw it just natural, Chris. Give me a few more inches, yeah.
do you want to be, where do you want him to be? Do you want to be in between on an in-between
400
shot,
is
or
okay. 90 is just a little too much.
start questioning it a little bit?
You do, and you put that ounce of running on it for the bump, and doesn't curl as much. You flash past.
So they go to play the cold draw to the 4-foot for John Schuster to get a
You
single
need backing,
point.
you gotta, there's no backing available, so there's none. You just gotta hope and watch and sit.
We don't have anything yet.
Shorter than my first one. Trying to get there, but just let her die.
It draws
Yep,
big
go
at the
ahead.
end,
You got it
though.
now.
Go ahead, Matt.
Really starting to take that curl and comes down to it.
Good throw.
Wasn't a confident sound from in the house early on that one, but it comes right down to it.
Good job on that one.
And Team USA on the board,
What's that?
maybe giving up the hammer. Will change the momentum in this one. China leading
Do the same there again,
2-1 after 3.
I don't remember. 14-3 啊。
All right.
他出手我没注意到，出手我稍微顶一点，跟点稍微大一点，注意点。
OK。Chris, you can get out of there. Matt, stay down. Over and off. Never, Chris.
Well, look at
Attaboy.
4 of the 5 sheets in action here at the Curling World Cup. Leg 2. Luke Coley, Rona Howie with you. That is the first action for the men's side. They're all 8 teams are out on the ice. 2-1 the score. USA starting the game with the hammer in the first 2 ends, gave up steals.
3
China now with the hammer.
3区，
Rona, does that change things sometimes when you finally get on the board? Does it help you?
It does, because now USA had the chance to throw first at this end, so they can dictate where the stones are going. So you can see USA get the center guard in play. China straight away put up their corner guard.
Line's okay.
So the first guard that USA put up is quite long.
Just the 3 guys. Line's good. Room.
So
Easy.
ideally they want this one just close to the rings behind that other guard.
Chris.
15-6. Oh boy. Hang on, baby.
That's good.
Just going to stop in time.
As it stops, we'll look in Norway, Switzerland, and it was 3 in the first by Norway, a blank second. And now Yannick Schwaller.
Yeah, Norway lying 1, but Switzerland got a great chance here. Get a couple back on the scoreboard. An open hit. And plays it perfectly. A 3 back for Switzerland. Tied 3-all after 3 ends.
Well, a different Swiss team than we've seen at other international events for them. Has been a lot of Peter de Cruz in his rink. Get a chance for a younger Schwaller squad to come in and get their feet wet a little bit, per se. Going toe-to-toe right now with Thomas Ulsrud.
Should be there.
Easy then. We got lots of room.
So China played a great come around.
Right off
The
then.
2 center guards that USA had put up.
Just gotta watch it and die here, maybe. Can't bounce.
They just want to half check this.
No. Just let her go. Can't bounce. I mean, there's nothing I can really do with that. So. It's good. All right.
Perfect weight. Straight away China move out to clear the front. They've got last stone here. They're 1 up. They want to score at this 4th end. Go into the break with the advantage.
Even a score of 1, just make sure you score.
Yeah, definitely. They want to. Ideally would like a 2, but as long as they score, keep that advantage on the scoreboard. When it is only an 8-end game, you've got to really view your scoring slightly differently than in a 10-end game.
Easy, boys.
I think I'd like you to switch if you can. Switch if you can. All the way to center if we can get her there. Go ahead, guys.
So USA just happy to put up
Hard, you
this
gotta get
guard.
to the center
They're not
line
lying
again.
short,
Hard.
but they're happy to keep that
Hard.
front block just
Right to
now.
stop. All right, Matt, it's fine.
So you now see that guard's very long, so China could clear this guard that's closer to the rings, even try and take the one out the house.
Yeah, they're hoping to get that to the center line, I believe. And opportunity. Xiao Xilin. Look at him fly. And look at the jump over the stones there. Zhu Chao hopping in the house. All 3 go flying out.
They're having a look at that yellow to see if it's in the rings or not.
5.
So that could be quite important. China have got last stone. That could be a second counter for them at this end.
3. Okay, it's Matt.
If it was biting.
It's good though. Blue room. Line's good. Line's good.
Really tight.
Okay, good.
Yep, so USA just
Make sure it's
persevering.
dead buried. That way. Good. Good. That way, Chris. Shot, bud.
Good shot.
Okay. 来边儿。嘿。14等八15秒。这个中间有点挺滑是吗？不，现在都偏色了一点。
Well, the 2 guards, one in front of the other.
6到15等8都可以。
Seems like a very aggressive call.
Yep. USA knew that long guard wasn't going to really help them.
稍微擦一擦头，我感觉像4哦，4五，擦一擦，5区2点6，线路 OK，
5、6，下线吗？
大点6区，准备下啊，5、6，这里准备，稍微来点，减速就可以下了。
我不能太不能太深，我
不深，6区，
我下漏没事，我
OK。这场场地没那么滑。
So a good come around again. It's not completely buried though. It's a good weight.
Okay. Hack. Oh, that looks like tight ice.
Gives USA the chance now to remove that and get a roll over. Chris Ply's screaming at the sweeper straight away there to.
Yeah, didn't wait very long. Thought he was tight ice.
Steiner, go ahead. Go ahead, Steiner.
Yes,
Go ahead,
passed by Miles. He's fine.
Right to the nose. Oh, it was a little panic, especially with some struggles. You can take out maybe a little frustration in a line call.
Good throw. Tough to get inside that thing, and then they get to roll at it. It's a problem.
Yeah. Have they left a roll for China to hit and roll to the wing behind their corner guard? This is looking really tight of line.
Gotta get past the top one and they'll crash on the front. So we'll clear the front. It's still the USA line 1. Let's look over Sweden and Japan. This is the last for Japan and Yuta Matsumura.
Facing 4 Swedish counters. Trying to remove some granite.
And it is Nicholas Edin having the hammer. And
wow. Flashes everything.
Edin runs down the ice. And
a draw
knows.
for 5.
Wow. Licking his chops as he saw that one. Knew he might have a draw for a shot for 3 maybe if the double's made.
Yeah, but a 5 at the 4th end of the game. Sweeper standing back, they seem quite happy.
Okay, go ahead.
Right into the house, so Sweden gets 5 and a 6-1 lead into their 4th end break. It was nice to put that one up on the board, a handful.
Yeah, take that, he says. It's fine.
Sit. Jesus.
So after that mistake from Japan, John Schuster just trying to replace that centre guard.
So we just got to take more ice there with that. With guards, they're just there. We watch them throw 2 over curl guards too.
His guard is just over
Especially how
curled.
much they go this way. If you can sweep
Has
an
it
extra
given
foot at the end, you can
China
actually
the chance
probably almost
now
not
to
miss some under
tap
curl on the
back?
swoop side. Where Matt threw his, you can do it, especially with a 1. But yeah.
Well, this is game 1 for him. It's a double round robin. You're going to play 6 games. Top team in each pool will move to the final. Try to just pick away. Obviously, they're not giving up on the game, but you're trying to just build little steps throughout.
Yeah, because you want to win the game in the regulation 8 ends. Because it's worth more points for you than winning in a shootout. But this one is looking tight again. Sweeper's trying to hold it.
Trying it by the front, and they won't again.
Yeah, same mistake again from China. Because it really curls big there.
No.
I don't think they're allowing for that, even with the tap back weight.
A couple inches.
Right. I mean, I guess we could guard, make him draw, but it's pretty. Tap it. Be better to over curl it and show half, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I think you can still take close to edge.
Okay.
Well, maybe not though.
John.
Yeah.
There you go.
Somewhere between that though, Chris. Another. Yeah.
So if USA do guard this, China are going to be left with a draw to the 4-foot, which is there.
I think I guess we could just straight in turn this thing, but I think this is better.
Yeah, I think that doubles.
You're trying to like natural T line
Yep.
or what?
Yeah. So I'll throw you what I threw you basically last time, like that 400-ish.
Okay.
So I think we'll see John Schuster try and just come up, tap his own red up a wee bit into the forefoot.
Really?
Close.
8-9.
Close, Matt. 8-9.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
9.
Close, though. Whoa.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Keepers are saying it's got plenty of weight.
Whoa. Whoa.
Just wants to straight tap
Go
his
ahead.
own one
Sliders.
back.
Hard, Lancer.
Hard center.
Okay. Okay.
Taps it back to the back of the button. To lie two. Does it leave the double?
There is an intern draw to that one that's just back button.
Doesn't look like they really thought about it much.
Depends if that yellow on the wing is biting. I don't think it is, but they had a good look at it. But the double probably looks an easier shot for him right now.
And sometimes when you would know Rona as a skip that when you look at something that looks good to you, don't think anymore in your options of two. Just go and play the one that you like.
Definitely, and it's playing the scoreboard. China are 1 up at the moment. If they were to lose a 1 against the head here, it's not a disaster. They don't want to lose a 2.
Zhu Chao, final stone of this fourth end.
Needs to curl.
Try and make the double and roll it out
Perfect.
for the blank.
Oh, and now they are having
Now
a
they'll
look
take
at
a
that.
look.
应该是没格力，我感觉
没有啊，
And it looks as though it is out.
给点比较好。
So a blank fourth end.
的话，后期可能稍微掉一点。
That'll remain a 2-1 game.
稍微有点，中间那个还
We'll head to the fourth end break of our feature game.
就不行。
感觉刚才你那个踏板那个出手给的稍微有点柔。啊，是那个稍微点小点。
I'm not slowing down at all. It's not, I mean, it's not outlandish, the Honda Hogs. Like, they aren't outlandish at all. Like I said, it's just that what I think is going to be a 400 is actually, like, it feels like it's 400. There's only time around 90, so it's for me personally.
Well, we're making shots now.
Right.
Yeah.
Nine and a half.
Well, first end of our feature game, and John Schuster has a chance, make the double, bring 2 or 3 into play. Trying hard to get it to curl at the end, but they don't spill that yellow one far enough, and it's actually a steal of 1 to start off the game.
Put it back a little bit, and it really went back.
Second end, and 2 yellow Chinese stones in the house. Another chance, John Schuster to get at that one.
Whoa.
Definitely accessible.
Go ahead, Lance. Well, it's too heavy.
And will catch enough of it,
Jeez, they
punch
roll
it out.
forever.
But didn't catch enough to stick. The shooter rolls away, and that biter on the top comes in as a stolen point.
400 is pretty perfect, eh? 90 is just a little too much.
In the third end, Schuster deciding to play the cold draw to the forefoot to get the single point.
There, but just let her die.
Yep, go ahead, Matt.
Okay, you got it now.
Go ahead, Matt.
And this one coming down, curls enough right to it. We'll get the single point. USA on the board.
05.
95.
95. Do the same.
A look over Norway, Switzerland. There is that yellow stone for Switzerland that looks like it is shot stone. Hit here. See if they can bring the other ones into play.
Rent, ligger bra.
Rent.
Rent.
Ja. Ja.
Rent. Rent.
Rent. Ja. 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 Hard.
Make the hit, and we'll sit there. And it looks as though It is 3. Yeah, there the indication it is good for the 3 for Norway. So that's the only way to score in that game is to score 3s. And a 6-3 lead into the break there as we look at the other scores. Canada scores a 3 to go up 4-1 over Scotland. 2-1 our feature game, China leading. 6-3 as you just saw there. Norway over Switzerland. And 6-1 Sweden with that big 5 leading Japan.
You guys are good.
Talk about being decisive, but every single end we've had
Hey,
2 minutes
baby.
going into your rocks.
What's being decided? Yeah, just.
Keep doing what you're doing, baby. Keep doing what you're doing.
I mean, these tracks are not difficult.
Yeah. No.
You throw it good. It's very, very predictable.
Yeah. Yeah. Just talk about the weight, right?
Yeah.
Let them know early, or tell them to let you know if the weight's off.
Yeah.
Right. And then you can deal with it. Then it's your fault you forgot.
Yeah. Thanks.
So, Dylan, come here. Just in the second half, just watch the ice and keep talking about the speed, because it might get a little bit slower if the pebble starts to go. So just keep talking about the weight. Okay? Keep talking. Okay?
Well, let's look at the numbers through 4 ends. Overall advantage on the scoreboard for China, and in all the percentages, 77 to 68 in draw percent, 81 to 67 in hit percent, and overall accuracy 78% to the USA's 67. 2-1 the score, 2 stolen points.
Maybe quicker.
1 or 3.
Easy.
3.
It's always Chris. Always Chris.
I think it's a 3.
Looks like it's gliding from here, so it's really curling now. All right, that's fine. That away.
Well, we start the second half of our feature game, USA-China Curling World Cup. Luke Coley with Rona Howie. And we'll see what can happen now in the second half. They get a little bit more time on their time clocks. Hasn't really been an issue from either side on the time clock. But in their mind, it seems to have been playing fairly quickly. 2-1 the score. USA down 1. See how aggressively they play.
Yeah, that extra 15 seconds now per end just gives them that cushion. But it's been interesting in the first 4 ends. The team without the hammer have controlled the ends, because they get to go first, they get to dictate. And that's where stone positioning is so vital for the leads.
John Landsteiner, 84% on the game.
Where are we at?
1-2. 1-2.
Okay, right off then.
Matt.
Wait as long, just wait it out.
And you heard the
Even
coaches there at
butt up to the center
half-time.
line's fine.
It's so important to keep communicating,
good.
even if shots aren't working and you are getting frustrated.
All right, Steiner. Good way,
The scoreboard is only 2-1 in favour of China. So USA, they're only 1 down. It's not a problem. So although things, you can start to feel so frustrated and feel as though your back's against the wall, you've just got to keep going and play through it and communicate and work together. So just trying to come around this cover. Great shot.
China lying too early. USA with those 2 centerline guards. See the struggles from Matt Hamilton at 56% on the game. He got off to a real rough start.
Line's good.
There. Go the curl.
He's the energy guy with this team. If you tuned in to any of the Olympics and the run that they went on, when they got going, it was him sort of firing it up a little bit, making some shots, and I'll need him to get going.
He had a tough fortnight at the Olympics. A lot of games, playing in the mixed doubles first before the men's event.
OK，
一半多一点就差不多，1半差不多。
So China think, okay, these reds are going to cause us problems. We'll just try and remove both of them. They could actually have hit the red of USA in the house and rolled over and lay 3. But they still feel this could cause them more danger.
Shiroshi Lin feels that top one off.
That's all. Just coming in here like there. I think like same weight, man.
85.
85?
Yeah, 90's good.
Three.
Go ahead then.
Little ad, Steiner, guys.
Line's good. Line's great. Yep, line.
Hard.
Hard. Boy. Need full 12. Don't count their other one here.
You need to get this in the rings.
That T-Rock has been killing me.
Keep going, keep going.
Sweeper's working that really well.
Good.
T-Rock's killing me.
Ideally, they would have liked that up frozen on the yellow.
3秒，3秒。
3秒后期有点扎啊，后面有点扎。
China could catch this on the inside and get a roll over. They'll lie 2 buried.
3秒小点，3秒稍微小一点。3秒，3秒可以啊。
But this is on the high side.
Get very fortunate they don't end up jamming it onto their own yellow.
If it was in there, we might be able to tap that to the open and still stay buried, like back 4. Let's try to leave some of it open here, Chris.
It's like a 4-0. For me.
95-4.
%75% for
5-6.
Christopher Plies.
Okay. Line felt like it was going to be tight, so just stay with it. Whoa.
Gotta go.
Go ahead then.
Hard, buddy. Come on.
Hard line, gotta go. Really gotta go. Hard Steiner, go.
Sweeper's really working this one again.
Get it past that one.
Just catch their own.
Settles down, lies second, third.
不太够，
踏板。
踏板啊。
Look over to Scotland and Canada. Canada leading 4-1.
OK
OK。
OK。
Canada took a 3 at the last end, so a chance for Bruce Mowat to take a 3 back here. A line 2.
OK， 可以，我觉得拿前面。应该他也是。Hard Bob。Hard 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 Bob。
On the guards, they're trying to get this to curl off the guard. Just rubs it.
Can't get by it. Didn't look when you see the house that you're going to see Bruce miss that very much. And only gets 2. Still right back. 1 down. Slide over. Sweden and Japan. Sweden on that open end. After scoring the 5. Not a whole lot going on so far in that one.
No, I think the wind's been blown out Japan's sails there. So Japan drawing against 2 Swedish counters. They need to bite the 1 foot. And plays that perfectly.
Real nice draw to get 1. Single for Japan. 6-2, Sweden leading.
Half rock's pretty good here.
Okay.
2/3 is fine even. Solid board, Chris. I want to make sure this goes. Nah, board's fine. Board.
Even if you hit 3/4, they're both sticking.
So China have cleared up the front. A chance now for USA to lie 3.
Yep. Whoa.
Raise the red onto the yellow. This is hanging though with the weight again.
Hard, Matt, go! Hard, Matt! Hard, Matt, go! As far as it's going.
It does remove it from shot position. It just didn't curl. They're really struggling with that line when they put running weight. Both teams just not getting the curl right. So now a chance for China to lie 3.
Yeah. Is it a case of not knowing the ice yet, or just?
I just don't think they're believing that it is running that straight when they put running weight on it.
Jiangdong shoot 78%.
Oh, caught it on the wrong side.
Swing right back, and USA now an opportunity to lie too.
I mean, it'd be nice to go here, but I have no idea what this is going to do because we haven't thrown a single. Like, draws on this side are running straight out here, but in here they might go. I mean,
The control?
yeah, I think I can't imagine that. It'd be nice to roll.
Yeah, because
like,
it's interesting with the
6
hits
inches.
for both
I mean,
these
even
teams
if you knows
today.
it, John,
Both
yeah,
of them
no,
are
I know
catching
that's good,
stones
but
on the
I'm just
wrong
saying.
side. You know, fairly straightforward open hits. They're just not managing
control.
to
I mean, these
hit the
draws run
right
so straight
side.
over here. I assume this isn't going to curl much, but little chicken. So we're not quite all the way out where Steiner was throwing those draws that were running straight. So nice control.
Weight's good.
Well, John Schuster, those misses early, just 53%.
Close. Up. Okay.
Right off.
Wasn't a confident sound in the before he threw it.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
That plays it well. Lie 2. But sometimes as well, when you are skipping and things aren't working out for you in your last stones, you need that reassurance
Good job.
sometimes before you play your shots that it is the right ice, you're going to play the right weight, it's good. You don't want doubts in your mind.
粘他两个，粘他啥？粘他那个位置。
应该是要旋吧？旋
旋还是粘？旋还是粘
？OK，到几区赢他？6区。
So China still looking to try and generate a 2 here.
但我感觉咱这一
They're not going to go for the hit.
Was the other option to hit and try and roll in front?
那块就差不多。
Yeah, if they hit that middle red and roll slightly to the
还
left,
是14.8。
USA could jam it.
边上差不太多吧？感觉
Looks as though they're just going to go for the freeze and force John Schuster to make a mistake.
Zhu Chao is 78%.
这个 OK。
They've got the corner guard up, they may as well use it.
谢谢。
6
这个非常好。
5-6 6
哦，
6区，这连带，这连带。
Haven't played many draws round this way.
2
抓对着，下线来，唐姐，欧唐下
They
线，
need this to bury,
下底，下到底，下楼道二，
or they'll be facing 3.
四来，二，四来，四来底，二。
Well, it, valiant effort, but doesn't look like it's going to get enough behind.
Do you think it's like there with like
back line?
you like that with back line?
Yeah, I think so. I think it'll go.
Yeah, I do too. I think once you cross center, they go. Like I'm almost worried it might be not enough.
Do you
But
want another inch?
no, I think it's good though.
Okay.
That
Matt.
Back line.
lack of confidence in where to
Matt,
put the
you might
broom
need to
right
hit
now a
this
little
early.
bit.
Because they really go across the center. I mean, you like that ice, or you think I need more for back line?
Pretty close to him, back line, yeah.
Yeah. Just have to make sure I don't start.
This is where 2 ends ago China caught the
Back line's
corner
only
guard
like 80, right?
on one of theirs. They know it does move, it does curl. Just playing a back ring weight. Just want to tap it back.
It's
Right
gonna be
off.
you, Lance.
Right off. It's getting close, though. Lance, wait. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lance.
Starting to come
Go ahead,
now.
hard. Hard, Lancer, go. God dang it. Jesus, Grimmin. Hard, Matt, go.
Oh, not enough.
Christ.
They didn't think it was, they thought it might over curl. That one didn't curl
I'm just
enough.
not sure, like,
He was actually
I
more than
expected that to
battering
go way
weight
harder
as
in the
well.
second half. Even I know I was almost hacked, but I'm not sure if having Lance sweep that is good or not. Like on the way the ice is right here. Yeah. Like it's.
Yep, so did play a hack weight. Left China's yellow rocking second shot position. So an open hit now for China. To score 2 from really just the skip stones.
So quiet hit here. China an opportunity. That one will hit the outside one and roll in.
Yeah.
They'll take a look at one. It looks like it is just one. Not sure what happened there.
That was well wide. It wasn't even close to the target of that red one.
这边就是直，出手稍微有一点，我没敢擦
一点上。
So they will measure for whether it's a second point. It looked to me like it was red.
一分，那个可能没人家相歇会儿。
They're certainly lucky they scored one there.
I think if I'm USA and it's a single point, or you know what?
Like I said, with this ice almost.
Let's take it and go from there.
Definitely.
China missed a big opportunity.
I'm not positive that even.
There's too much debate about the ice conditions for USA right now. They need to just have the courage of their convictions and say, yep, that's the right ice for the right weight, and the 4 of them help each other.
他那圈你看不出来，他那个蓝的、红的那块。
Third player's looking on, making sure the umpire's measuring correctly.
And this is a measure for a second point. Yellow belonging to China.
It's pretty close.
Okay.
So it is just the single point.
Yep.
So a 3-1 lead now for China. We're through 5 ends of play.
It was a good force. It was just.
Okay.
打这边还是打？还掉线这边？
掉线那边。
这儿啊。
Same with they were throwing hits. They wrecked the guard once. They almost wrecked the guard another time.
Dude, I know that.
We took this much less ice. I was trying.
OK。
OK。
56。
56。现在 OK。6区。
7。
6。
7。
现在 OK。
8区，8区，得等降速。现在大。8区。别闹。9区了，9区了，39，还能降一点。
Back here at the Ralston Arena, 3-1 is the score. Just singles on the board.
这没看出来了。
In that first dome back 8 foot. USA has the hammer as we play the 6th end. What do you expect from Team USA here?
Yeah, I think we'll see plenty. Or we'll see
Matt
2
early,
corner guards go up.
Really turned right away, but
They really want to score 6th end
it's always Matt
in,
in
an 8-end game. Really
Let her go then.
critical to score at the 6th end,
Room down so it just doesn't go stupid.
especially when they're 2 down.
I think he hit like the curl before because he let go of it 3 feet before the hog line.
Stuck it because he slid really tight.
That's good.
I say USA just need to help each other, really be confident on the ice. Yes, it's tricky, but it's the same for everybody out there, and it's how you play it, how you deal with those conditions. So just looking to put this one top 4. Their first one slipped back tee.
Hard. Go. Hard.
It just comes up a bit short.
这走的边上靠外一点啊，靠外一点。这个走的那个防度有点不太一样，但是你这个蹬的感觉基本上一样，左手这样。
So straight away, USA draw around their corner guard. Thought we might have seen a second corner guard going up.
Easy then. Lots of room too.
Well, going aggressively to go behind it.
Should get there. Go ahead if you need to, Chris.
It's in.
Okay, just Chris, easy then, easy. I got 14-8, so it's not super deep.
Yep.
Go ahead. Hard.
I hear him saying that he got 14-8, so there's a skip. He's timing hog to hog to get an indication of what weight it's running at. So China can't remove that guard from play. Still 3 guard zone rule. 5th stone.
56。好，稍微躺。下楼 OK。665。稍微躺点，有点小。5区就可以。5区都线。还可以6。站磕一点，磕一点。6区提前。有点大，有点
They
大。
want just to half check this red. It's looking a bit speedy.
In a case where you overthrow him and look, it slides back.
Defending there would be better being in the tight side and just nick off the guard.
I like that.
Okay.
Do you find that sometimes when you miss it the wrong way? There's ways that can benefit you even if you don't make that shot by missing it tight as opposed to long?
It's always erring on the correct side and knowing what side to err on. But to be fair, he did play that a wee bit heavy rather than the line.
Weight's nice. Easy. Whoa. Up. Right up.
So Matt Hamilton just looking to
Easy, just let her buck.
nose hit the one at the back of the 8 foot.
Okay.
Oh no, his woes continue. A hit and roll out.
Sorry, Matt. Must have been a foot wide.
Must have been a foot wide.
These two mines.
Yep.
It's tough for a team because you want to get off to a good start, especially in your home country, and obviously a lot more eyes are on you being the Olympic champions. As we see the peel miss, ends up leaving a guard. And then you come out and you lay an egg, or struggle in the first game, but he comes out, makes some shots in the rest of it, can redeem himself.
That's it. Not every team member is going to play 100% every game. There's always going to be a game you don't have one of your better days.
Yes.
But you're still giving to the rest of the team. You're still helping sweep. You're still helping judge. Helping with the dynamic. It's a team game.
Yep, Chris. Yep. This way, Lance. Whoa.
Was it not how many shots you make, but what shots you make? And you can make a few in the last little bit.
Absolutely. It's making those key shots.
But you can see frustration and disappointment the way it's been going early in this one for Matt Hamilton.
And a big part of this game, because it is quite a long game on the ice, it's how good you are at binning bad shots. Because you can't control what has happened, but you can control what is about to happen. So how well do you bin those bad shots and move on? Control the controllables.
Sounds like words from a coach.
Yeah, it's easy to say these things. It's just more difficult to do them. Going for a cross-house double here.
Get one, and we'll make the double. Look at that.
What a shot.
Zhang Dongshu goes right across the house to make the double. Look at this one. Full speed.
Just judged it perfectly. And keeps the shooter.
And a great line call there to make sure, because this precise angle you got to hit to make that double.
Well, after we've been saying they're struggling to hit stones in the right place, that was perfect.
Line's good. 7. Okay, easy then.
But USA still have a guard that they can use.
Snyder, stay with it.
So they want to come round this top tee.
Gotta get all the way across line.
We'll look over Norway, Switzerland.
Gotta go.
And fifth end,
Hard to the side.
Yannick Schwaller.
Attaboy, Chris.
Looks like he's close of whose shot.
Yeah, it's
Draw for one, or maybe a draw for the second point. We're not going to see a three.
no threes this time. It looks like Norway are lying one. Sweeper's working this hard for line. Oh no, yellow is lying one. It was a draw for two.
So it comes up short for the second point.
Yeah.
So it is a single, and after 5-6-4, Sweden, Japan now over on sheet D. Opportunity score a single point just right now for Sweden.
They'll be happy with that when they've got a 4-shot lead. Japan are lying one. Nicholas Edin needs to draw the 4-foot. Sweeper's working this one hard. Perfect. Draws the 1-foot.
Oh, there it is. So 7-2. Sweden full control over Japan over on sheet D.
Got room, boys.
Line's a little tighter, but I think it's okay still.
I have a 5 right now, John.
Yeah.
There's a nice come around from Plies with his first. And now doing it again with his second.
Hard! Hard, Matt! Come on! Hard! Hard, Matt! Hard! Keep going! Hard, Matt! Hard! Right to it!
Great shot.
Okay, that's good.
Well, you talked about it earlier, Rona. Matt Hamilton struggling in the game, but with the sweeping, they kept calling, "Go, Matt, go!" And he was able to go right down, right to the top of the 4-foot.
Yep, put themselves in a really good position now to score 2 with the hammer. We talked about key shots, and this is a key shot for China to make contact with the Reds in the house here.
What else do you do?
If they don't,
There's really nothing else to
USA
do,
have got an opportunity to score 3.
Need a half shot, that's all.
John was talking about whether you play that. 6th end, you go aggressively to try and steal. Is that the thought process?
Whoa.
Close, hard.
I mean, USA, they're 2 down. They need to score. Oh,
Makes the run contact.
removes 1, but leaves that center guard.
Moves him out of the 4-foot.
Yeah, USA need their 2 back here. And ideally, they would be wanting to play to the wing. But they've had to use that center guard as cover because it's the only guard in play.
4 O's, so I can throw you whole 5s.
4-0 or 5.
Okay. We only have to be better, like just better than full 8-foot to be shot. Bite the 4-foot. All right. Try not to poke out that side. Ball here.
6. Bite 4.
Mine's a little tight though.
Yep.
No choice, gotta go. Just Matt though, yep.
Hard, Matt.
Hard!
So sweeping this for line. Need to pass this guard.
Come on, Matty.
Hard!
Come on, Matt. All the way
You
back
probably
here.
gotta go back 4-foot.
All the way back here, Matt. Yep. As long as we're shot. Keep going. All right. Okay.
Look at that one go. Goes to the back to lie too.
My God. Whew. All right. Jesus.
So China need to remove at least one of them. It's not a... I don't think you can see enough of that top red to lift the double.
Or can they?
Can they just? It's hard to see from our angle, but maybe they can. But they can't be too cute to that yellow, because if they catch their yellow, it'll be a draw for 3 for USA. I think China have to make sure they take one here, remove one of the reds, and just leave USA a draw for 2.
Have in your mind, if you're going to miss it, which way you're going to miss it.
Definitely not tight.
You heard it here first.
It's easy when you're up here, though. You know that look.
Absolutely.
Oh. Tightening his ice, did you see that? We said don't go on the tight side.
Well, final shot here without the hammer, leading 3-1.
There's a lot of yes and no, so close.
Make the double. Oh, and just clips it far enough. Look at that shot.
What
Gutsy. Gutsy called to go for that and lie 3.
He missed that top one by not a lot.
We had a little more room.
They weren't even sweeping at the end. I'm like, oh, please sweep. Great shot.
But now
Great
the question,
call.
is there a triple to and avoid that back red?
No, on that one? No.
On this one here.
No. I think you hit them same time, Chris.
Okay.
I think if we hit this one first, we're never making contact on the left one. Intern?
He's rushing back to the hack because he knows time's quite tight. You can see there.
You like intern,
Still got
Chris?
50 seconds. Plenty,
Yeah,
really.
hit them at the same time. If we hit the center one first, we at least score, no matter what. So, I think that's how we have to make this thing. So.
Well, figure the angles line up. Bring that back red one into play. Not wasting any time here, John Schuster.
Whoa. 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 All out, Chris.
Will it stick around?
Chris, this one.
Goes up over the top.
Nothing you can do, it's just one.
And it will be a steal of
so
1.
Off right now. I don't know.
And a 4-1 China lead. Nothing going the way of John Schuster.
Puking this thing away. It's garbage.
That one rolls away. So 4-1, 2 ends remaining. Here, USA, China.
Feels so like loosey-goosey.
然后看位置。咱要是那个不给他甩个头也没这事儿。
得稍微来点，它掉。
咱要看看位置，要是。
下楼 OK，
小一点，稍微擦擦。5区
，6区
，5区啊，那个还行，看一眼可以擦的，可以擦的，可以擦的。
下路飞向好，
这里，
换。
力量 OK，
6区
，2，全力，不用瞅，到底来。
Here at the Curling World Cup, Leg 2, Luke Coley, Rona Howie, 4-1, China leading USA. Top of the forefoot. Thanks for tuning in here. And it has been a struggle for Team USA and just not the usual confidence from this John Schuster rink that we're used to seeing.
Mine's good.
Questioning sometimes where they're putting the broom, what weight they're throwing,
okay, guys.
and just believe I even heard John say, just doesn't feel right.
Go ahead. Yep. Get a 3 out of this thing.
What would that mean? Just
good.
One of those games where you just don't have that.
Yep, they just feel that they are playing the brush. They think they're throwing it okay, but they're not getting the results. So when that happens, you start doubting yourself and the ice. And it is it's easy for us to sit up here and say, you've got just to forget that, just be confident, communicate. But the harder you try sometimes, the worse it becomes. But, you know, it is a double round robin. They've still got many games to go. So really after this kind of situation, it's what did you learn? Because, do you know what? The ice could be the same again tomorrow. So what are you going to do differently? And these are all lessons they need to learn. They're an experienced team. They know what to do. But, you know, ice conditions is something you can't control.
And both sides are on the ice as we look at numbers between both leads after 6. 90% for Landsteiner, 79.
Matt, you're never in on this.
Zhu Jingtao.
It's not curling, it's heavy.
Nope. Keep the distance. I don't care about the curl. It's fine.
Good, Lance. Good pair, bud.
But here's where the 5 rock rule comes into play. See if Team USA can try and set up a 2 or a 3.
Okay.
Now comparison of the seconds, and Matt Hamilton 63% compared to Xiao Shilin.
So Matt Hamilton has come up. His stats have come up in the second half. So they know that USA are going to have to move these stones on the centre. So they just put up a guard. But it is a bit longer than they'd wanted it. So USA have now got the chance to come round it. Just a tap back weight. Tap the stones back.
Through. Whoa, Steiner.
Close.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Pretty heavy. Chris, yeah. Flats. Hard.
You can see this really going.
Start to make its move. They didn't think they were going to be on that.
But it does get a roll behind the corner guards.
Okay. Out of the way. Sorry, Matt.
That's an unfortunate break for Matt, especially when you're not having the game that you want, and you have one. They weren't really close to being on that guard, and then it made a move, and they couldn't hold it.
Yeah, with the ice like that, you've got to really anticipate the swing early on. Because once it starts going, you really struggle to hold it.
I think just like, it's probably good to keep it
Xiao
back here,
Shilin
honestly. Back line.
peels that one off.
Line might get tricky, but.
Where do you think that was?
Good luck. Good luck. Congrats.
And we have our first final of the evening. Norway picks up a 4, and it is a 10-4 win over Switzerland. Thomas Ulsrud and Norway will get the full 3 points for that one.
Whoa! 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 Right off.
So a good start for Norway in that one.
Hard!
USA going for this tap back again.
Beauty, Matt.
Plays that really well.
What?
Great shot. Just trying to take the angles off and
Okay.
oh, just hit the guard with his foot. Chris Pleiss. Just knock it back. So you can see that causes China a bit of a problem now.
先打营里那个，行，打这个往边往里甩吧。钉也可以，打钉也可以。
There's no timeouts. They can't have a timeout with their coach.
你打这边是不是中间往上稍微给了一点？啊，给了一点。
So just deciding to hit the open one.
3秒，偏小一点，3秒
Clean.
Clean.
Whoa.
，close， 3秒，3秒，
Whoa.
这里，能往那边甩吗？
飞了。
He still leaves himself lying too, but again, just not that perfect execution you're looking for. So let's look at the third numbers. Advantage for
That's what we like.
Plies and Team USA.
I think
Jiang Dongshu, 67%, 77 for Chris Plies.
95 is the number. Weight's good. 6.
Yep, line.
So Chris Plies just
Whoa.
has to draw around this corner guard.
7. 6, 7.
Close. Whoa.
They know the angle on the
Lance, go
other
ahead.
side is great for them.
Problem is there's going to be a catcher as deeper we go, but I'd like to have it buried, I think.
a little bit, Lance.
It's fine. It's fine. How do I?
So now big decision time for China. They could follow that down and freeze that red behind the corner guard.
我3个进是吧？
Because China should be thinking even if they lose a 2 here, it's not a disaster. We then play the last end 1 up with a hammer. So yeah, they've decided just to go for that freeze.
看着点，这儿滑，
那感觉小一点。
我感觉滑，来点儿，
力量。
Gonna have to sweep this hard though.
好，小丽，接的非常好，
接得非常好。
Go guys，
力量。
好，
二。
yes，
Big scrum. Zhu Xiao,
哇，
Great sweep.
keep a good angle enough that they're in to lie 3.
Yeah. It's all you need. You can make this.
I was thinking like back line, or just get it to shot.
I think, unless we want to play this now.
We have another final Sweden on the strength of that 5-ender. And the 4th end ends up going on to a 7-4 victory over Japan. So Sweden, Norway both winners early. Japan and Switzerland 0-1.
We could play this with normal and make this even to lie.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about.
So it has to be normal though, because you got to hit like a third, and to keep that, it's got to be just normal.
To keep it
It's
high enough.
a thin half,
No,
Okay.
I think you for the end.
and there's
Our
3
red one
inches
stays.
here, so
Yeah, there's only this much between them.
I think I'd rather miss it too thick than too thin though.
There's that talk, Rona, of which way if you're going to miss it.
Normal?
Yeah.
Not that you're thinking to make the shot, right?
Absolutely. But it's
Yeah.
always nice in your head just to subconsciously know what side to err on.
Hard.
A good chance here for Chris Plies to raise the red onto yellow and get...
Whoa. Whoa. Okay.
Okay, Chris.
Yeah. That was really
It's not bad.
the best he could do there.
Yeah. They're gonna have to screw around with that side yellow one.
Yeah.
相关吗？打定这个。
打定这个啊，行，可以啊，你就打
The
定。
double is there.
反定一个就行，反定没有这届，
应该赢不了。
赢不了。
打定。
OK，可以。
我就往这选一个，我就选一个打。
不选，你最后一个选就行。
They could draw around them and lie too.
你先，
就往这选，他打不着我。
你选的话，他可能奔这
But I
个
think
磕一点
they've。got to think, play the scoreboard. We're 3 up.
有没有相关？相关。
Giving up 2 isn't the end of the
反定一个
world.
他选
No, not at all.
啊？没有。选一个，OK。可以吗？
Comparison with the 4 stones. Schuster 54%. Zhu Chao.
上面打又相关打不。
I think that's definitely the difference in the scoreline, isn't it, really, in today's game?
现在期限18是。
Because as we've seen, USA have topped the other 3 position stats.
中旭那个刚才感觉10了，
那差不多呗。
跟前局差不多。
So he's made the call to draw around.
只是力量。
That's quite interesting because the double is on. So they maybe thought he might jam one of them.
点线，点线，防住线小。
They know this curl's big.
Just need to get by. Got to make the shot, get past. And they don't.
Okay.
Which US has to be
It's pretty much the back line.
over the moon that they ended up playing that, not the hit.
No, I mean, I threw that.
Yeah, I
from,
don't
threw
like
it
that
back
call.
there. I guess it might
When
need
the
to be
scoreboard,
half.
you're
Let's
3
go
up.
here. Let's split the difference. I'm gonna throw that same like solid back line. Okay. Little more. Yeah, split the difference that center. Same one I threw here in.
Yeah. John, with how thick you or thin you have to hit it, Hack might roll pretty far.
Yeah, which is fine, right? I think I like.
So a great chance
missing.
for
I think I
USA.
like Hack. Okay. I don't have much of it, but it'll just be back line out of hand is good.
Okay.
Give me another half inch. Yep.
The delicate finesse shot here.
Back line. Close. Yep.
Whoa!
Whoa. Hack.
Whoa! Whoa!
Close. Line. Yep. Whoa.
Whoa! Oh!
So just playing a very gentle tap to try and nick the yellow and
Just-
get their shooter to roll. Oh,
Just misses that one, goes by.
Just not. My rocks aren't gaining any curl the whole way down the sheet. I mean. Yeah, it looks like it's.
再传一个，你想？
that was on a couple of ends ago. He had the same line and it didn't curl there either.
不太够。八区啊，往这儿旋吧。OK。
So China, what do you do
往这儿旋
now?
的还有这个，还是这个。
传一个。
传一个啊。
Can you tap up your yellow? Do you play the straight come around?
打定就行。
Go for the double now.
你刮掉一个就行。
Yep.
这边是。
See, just going in reverse order. It's all good.
8秒。Yes.
Whoa.
Yes.
Whoa. Hard.
Yes.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yes. 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 Come on.
Real close. Get the triple even?
那个，他那个。
Hard. Hard.
Look at that. I don't think they are looking at two for sure. That one. Take the wind out of any
See,
sales
that's
for
why I
Team
don't know
USA.
why he didn't go with that with his first.
There's the double, and then it's a matter
one.
of
No, sweep that one.
trying to figure out which one's going to be needing the sweeping in the back of the house.
What'd I throw you on those?
Well, John Schuster didn't want to be facing 3 here. He wanted to be having a shot for 2 or 3.
Well, final stone now. The 7th end.
Whoa, right off, Matt.
Out turn,
Right
same
off.
spot he just
Big ad, right off.
threw.
No backing.
Right off.
Right off.
Just hit that line. It's not going anywhere. Oh. Clean.
Clean.
Clean it.
Well, it started to make its move now. Need the
There it
little
goes.
tap.
Good.
And there it is. Wasn't a confident sound from John Schuster, but he does get his single point. Makes it 4-2. We are through 7 ends. They'll have to become thieves in 8 to tie this one up.
我感觉那个好像，下来再说吧，咱先打的分吧，
分。OK。
反分正分啊，
这都可以。
正分啊。
行，正红行。
完了看点进营最后力量，行，多掐点表。
OK。然后那个最后一投多少劲？不是他那个旋钮。
他那个球，
他那球投9劲，我还没掐。
我感觉15秒。
我以为是磕呢，我以为是你先他把。
Early if you can, Matt, but it's right here.
2.5.
That's perfect. Line's good. Probably Chris, but not too tight to the house, so I don't want to.
So there's a look at all singles.
Yep.
The stolen points
Hard every inch.
early by Team China. That's the difference, a 4-2 lead.
Standards played great. Standards played great.
11套吧。
可以。
Yeah,
Zhou
it's
Chao
interesting with the 5 rock rule that it has only been singles in this game because there is good curl on the ice, so there is the opportunity to get behind cover. But yeah, both teams have struggled to generate more than a single.
There have been opportunities that look like, and it's just a half shot here that takes the opportunity away. Zhu Jingtao trying to play that tick shot, goes right through.
Okay, even them up. Line's good.
A little wide. Really got to curl.
It just, Matt, got to be even and really got a curling, bunch of curling to do.
Just leave it higher. He's not going to get there.
Go now.
Got to be at least even.
Go now.
Well, go ahead, Matt. Yep, go.
Sorry.
That's good. That's fine.
It's all right. Okay. It's fine.
It's fine, Lancer.
So China still can't remove this red from play. They can tick it over, open up the centre of the house. There's 2 up with the hammer.
11套板。
11
11套板。
11 clean 11下线吗？志林 Yeah, 志林 hard 志林 hard
As they try the tick there, we'll look over Scotland, Canada, and Bruce Mallett able to get that 4 and a lead in this one. Jason Gunlickson
Going for a raised takeout on his own to the red.
trying to get the blank and it just over curls.
Missed it by nothing.
Narrowly misses that run back in the frustration.
It's another steal for Scotland.
And they're going to have to try and score 3 to tie that one, force the shootout.
Okay, line. Okay.
Gunlickson known to throw those high hard ones and loves that. Made it on his first, but couldn't come up with one on his last.
Back 8, boys.
Lance, just Lance.
Steiner, go.
No, it's got to stop, Matt.
So another
Matt,
failed tick by China.
Good job, Matt.
USA come around, just bite the back ring.
一半
But now does it come in how the placement of these stones, the guards out in front, get them in a good spot, there's no double peel. Looks like it is available.
hard 踏楼东旭 hard 东旭全力
Just removes one.
OK 我感觉差不多这个不行出手有点软
Well, is that straighter rock than the other?
Right under the edge of the R, there's a huge print, right where I'm sliding. Right edge of the R. Yeah, right there. Thanks, bud.
Four, 5.
Line's
7.
tight, but
it is 7 I like the
Okay.
weight
okay, clean.
Line's great. Whoa!
there
What's your number?
Slide or die.
Let it die, boys.
Right to it right now.
Oh, it's all the way here, so it's fine.
And these have been
Distance or front, it's good. It's fine.
the type of shots and the reactions that we've seen a lot from Team USA and John Schuster's rink in this game. Halfway down, not liking it or sliding.
Straight away China move out to clear the guard off. I think at this stage John Schuster can, well, really all he can do is lie to and really ask a question of China.
2, 3, 3.
15
Yeah, 10, 15.
Okay. Lots of room right now.
3.
Steiner, this one's going to be you.
It's going to be you, Lancer.
Need this way across. Go ahead, Steiner. Go. No matter how deep it is. Go with it, Matt.
Hard, Steiner.
Go with them, both you go.
Come on, buddy.
Hard.
Hard, Steiner.
Hard, every inch. Every inch,
Steiner.
hard.
Trying to pull this guard over a bit.
Good. That what?
You definitely see that a lot more where they're, it's not just calling line anymore and sweeping, you're calling on which sweeper and to try and almost steer the rock a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely. Trying to get it to curl more or hold it straighter.
Easy. Yes. Easy.
Okay. Yeah.
So peels that off nicely.
How many more times does the guard go out for Team USA?
Quite a few times. And then John Schuster could basically bite the 12 foot and say, okay, I'm lying game here. Are you going to draw? Are you going to hit?
Go ahead. Go ahead, both of you.
1. Hard, Steiner.
Hard, every inch.
Hard, Steiner.
Hard.
You got it, bud.
Hard, keep going. Keep
Hard,
going,
Steiner.
hard.
Hard, buddy,
every
a
inch,
little
keep
more.
going. Good scrub, good. That way.
Good scrub, boys. I knew I had a little bit less than my first one.
Well, no surprise. Jiang Dongshu play the peel of that guard out in front.
Okay.
最怕空气突然安静了。
没事，我还喊一下好，还行。
最怕空气。
So
最怕空气突然
China
安
have
静。
done all they can with the clearing of the guards.
Full 12 would be ideal, or if he goes nose, nose, the back one outcounts it, but
Yep.
it has to be in the house.
Just full 12?
Yeah. Just need him not make a double with this one, that's all. But we can't leave an open rock in the house. So to the house, we're talking still like 400. He gets me top 12 foot.
Yeah, 05.
Okay.
Three, 4.
Perfect.
Might be 5.
Right, easy then.
So just wanting this on the 12 foot.
Just full 12 would be ideal. Just full 12.
They know China are going to hit.
There now.
Okay. Yeah, it's going all the way back there, isn't it?
They're gonna need a mistake.
Yeah.
And maybe 2.
Good, it's good, yep, it's good.
第3动，头往外甩，不要定着，打这儿啊 ，OK， 打定它这儿，OK。
Well, can you make them all go on this one? Does the angles line up?
都行。
A good oval.
他选你往后面打，他就一分儿。头球我看还是输远点。
But if he takes 2 of them, at worst he knows he's got a shootout.
Skip stones. Rizut Chow
Yes.
playing the hit. 92% on 6 hits in the game.
Yeah, when you see those stats, you want to leave him the draw, really.
We'll make the nose double. We'll kill that back one.
But that yellow has left a guard that USA could use to come around.
Can we look at this? Can we get an official timeout and look at this? He burnt the rock back here and moved it, and then it moved back, and then it made the double, and I don't think he moved it back far enough. Can we just look at the overhead? Yeah. No, I know, but Matt, I just want to see if they got back to the right spot, because they just like burnt the rock back here and kicked it, and he didn't get it back, and then they came back and made the double. I want to make sure that if we can look at it up there. He was looking at line, he came back and he kicked our back rock, and then he moved it kind of back toward where it was. I just wanted to see where it was, if we can see it.
I don't think it
The
matters.
shot was thrown, John. It's 2 right
Okay,
now.
that's fine. All right. No, that's fine. I think it was going out anyways, but it's just very interesting.
That's when they're talking of
Well,
making contact on it.
Am I supposed to walk up there and hit it?
What is he talking about? No, you stop and say, he's the offending player. You should be able to place it back.
Well,
we didn't do it.
Well, it's the one at the back of the house and
The rock was on the way down the chute.
that John was talking about.
Yeah, the Chinese had kicked it just when he moved back to watch the line.
Yeah.
I think about the same
You like
way.
this broom?
So he's saying he
Yeah, I
put it
think
back
it's good.
roughly where it was.
So, I thought you were the same. What was that?
I had 95.
Okay. Just make sure we're shot here.
But you need to sort that before there's contact with the stones.
6.
Okay.
Lots of room, I think.
6, 7.
Close.
Well, he has that one in the top. He
Line's
can
good.
try and hide one behind with his last.
Whoa, whoa, line's good. It's gonna
You
be
want to
Matt's.
leave half open. Still Steiner.
Go ahead, Matt.
Oh, no, Steiner!
Hard.
I want to try and wrap this one around.
Okay.
And they're in.
We had
They
to do it that
lie.
way, right?
1-2. Peel the back one, and China has a chance.
Did I make a move or what?
Yeah, holy crap.
Yeah, he just needs to nick this one out of play. You can see the whole rock. And again, erring on the right side, you can't be tight here and split your top yellow off. But by making the double on his first, he knows at worst it's a shootout. But this to peel this one out and get a full 3 points for the win. Clean's always a good sign. Yeah. Hand in the air. And that'll peel it out, and it'll be a victory for China. It'll go down a 4-3 victory as they outlast Team USA. Of course, they'll play again the double round robin. But a full 3 points to Team China. Zhu Chao.
这个劲儿好像还不是那个点。啊，我把你的打有点飘，我稍微收点，收点劲儿。
场地太热了，手套拘留。Thank you.
Well, right next to them.
Across this.
Like the high yellow across
Canada,
there.
Scotland, a 3 point game.
There, but
I don't think it's there, but I don't see anything
whatever.
more.
Let's whip it.
Last one coming, and Jason Gunlickson
Two doesn't do anything.
down 8-5. Not even a
I'm trying to hit the one he just threw. Like drill this on the
really
one he
calling
just
it a
threw.
Hail Mary.
The shrapnel.
Canada throwing the yellow stones.
Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Try and run this one back in.
Okay.
And it won't touch any of those, and it's going to be, looks like one for Canada. Doesn't matter. It's a victory for Scotland, and that's what matters. Bruce Mowat picks up the win against Canada. The European champions just a week ago. They win 8-6 over Canada. Our feature game, USA-China. China winning 4-3. All singles in this game, but two early steals were led to that victory. On the sixth end of this one, great job by China. USA, though, figures they have an opportunity. John Schuster just hits it on the wrong side. Pinball's up and over, and it is a steal of one for China. And After another big weight shot by Zhu. Has this little tap for John Schuster left. That's all he had. No chance for multiple score, just the one for the U.S. skip. And then in 8, needing to remove one of the 2 reds. Going at that back one, Zhu Chao. Make it go away, and a full 3 points, and no problem there for Team China. They pick up the win. And all the other scores here from session 3. Scotland, as you saw, upended Canada 8-6. China with the 4-3 win over USA. Norway defeats Switzerland 10-4. And Sweden defeats Japan 7-4. In the standings after one men's session of one game, China and Scotland with full 3 points in Pool A, Canada and US 0-1. While Norway and Sweden with wins, full 3 points for each of them. Japan and Switzerland round out Pool B with 0-1 records. And here how the points are awarded. If you win the event, you get 10. You lose the final, you get 5. Round robin games, winning in 8 ends, you get 3 points. If you win through a one-stone shootout, 2 points. If you lose a shootout game, you get a single point. And if you lose in regulation, the 8 ends, you get no points throughout the competition.
Many congratulations. You've beaten the Olympic champions. How does that feel?
恭喜你赢了这场比赛。对于这场比赛赢了这个奥运会的冠军，你觉得有什么感受？
我现在感觉很不错。然后，这场比赛我们主要也是专注自己队伍的打法，然后团队的配合相对来说好一点。
So feel a little more exciting about this game, and we just focus on this game, focus on our teamwork.
It's your first time playing in the Curling World Cup. How do you like this format of play?
这是你第一次参加这个世界杯的比赛，你觉得赛会的安排怎么样？
赛会的安排感觉还挺好的，然后食物，然后感觉很不错。
So feeling very good, and so food is good, and so easy to come away, and ice is so good. Yeah.
Both teams struggled a bit with the ice conditions tonight. Did you find it tricky? The ice conditions were quite difficult tonight.
这冰场的这个条件很艰难吗？你觉得？
冰场感觉还不错，然后冰场挺好的感觉。
So feeling ice is so good, space is good, and good girl.
Well, many congratulations. Thank you.
Well, for Rona Howie, myself, Luke Coley, and our entire crew, thanks for watching the Curling World Cup.